Alright, this is Just Geo Metro. Get a ton of emails on different options for clutches. You know, even the late model Metros now are finally getting enough miles on them where the clutches are wore out. And with everybody wanting to upgrade to utility trailers so they can use their Metro as a pickup truck, you need to upgrade a flywheel. So the custom flywheel that we have built that you see here, that allows you to do that. It actually has three functions or three possibilities for three different users or a combination thereof. What it does is it gives us about twice as much clutch surface than a stock one. Basically a stock one is way in here and the other one is out here, so it's twice as big. It's a nice setup. This flywheel's lighter gosh, you know what, I should have looked at the spec sheet on it. We just redid it on the last batch. I can't remember. I believe it's between like 8 and 10 pounds. At any rate, it's substantially lighter than it's like about half the weight of a stock flywheel. The neat part of this flywheel is it's just a bolt in. There's no messing around. If you're driving a 3-cylinder, you can stuff it in. If you're driving a 4-cylinder, you can stuff it right on. The flywheel, the inertial weight being lower on it, makes the car a little peppier when it takes off. It can rev up a little bit faster, which just means it can accelerate a little faster. That low horsepower and low torque that you have in a Metro engine, it appreciates the fact that you've knocked off many pounds of reciprocating weight. The big engine builders, they'll argue about what reciprocating weight is equal to, but the argument is somewhere between 50 pounds and 25 pounds of chassis weight is equal to 1 pound of inertial weight off a flywheel or anything that spins your axle CVs and stuff. I don't know if we have any videos posted or how far back they go, but on some of the cars that we've done that are out there for the super high mileage stuff that is in competitions, we take even the axle CVs cages and we grind them and machine those down on the lathe and cut about half the weight off of them just because that axle is reciprocating as well. I don't mean the axle shaft, I mean the actual CV where all the meat is at the inside and the outside one. So reciprocating weight, that gives you a little more off the line, a little peppier take off the line, which is kind of nice. It also gives you a little better gas mileage because it's lighter. The less weight that you have to spin, the less energy and BTUs or fuel you have to use. And then I don't have to stand there, I'm just going to walk around. I just stuffed her in the vise. And obviously your throwout bearing goes here, and then your 6 bolts on the flywheel go there. And let's see what else. So you've got the weight issue, and then obviously just the disc being bigger, it just has more grab. It just happens that if you don't tow a trailer with it at all, and in fact I tow a trailer and other Geos, and I have one that's I must be going on about 5 years now, and I just swapped a motor into it about 2 months ago. Now nobody knows the dates on these things anyhow. After the car being basically towing other Metros around it, you know, somewhere around a couple thousand pounds, about half the time, you know, you got to go out and get one and bring it back. When we swapped motors out of it, the clutch disc virtually had no wear on it. So we found that there's a really nice balance point now that, well, basically if you have a 3-cylinder 5-speed and you don't even have a trailer hitch or anything on it, I don't care how much weight you put in it or on it, it appears the clutch discs just don't wear. So they don't get hot, they don't do anything. So far it's looking to me like, I have no idea, I'm just going to throw something out there and I'm sure somebody out there will smoke one somewhere on a hill being a dumbass or something, but I got a feeling the one in my car is going to, I'll be able to, I don't slip a clutch at all, but I wouldn't be surprised if it had 700,000-800,000, 1 million miles on it. It's that much of a difference. And they just bite really hard. Just to give you an idea, is if you want to pull like a real popular around here to have a PWC, personal watercraft, jet ski, whatnot. You can usually back one into a boat launch and launch with no problem, but a 3-cylinder clutch just generally, unless it's a real shallow boat launch, won't let you get out of the water with the trailer and stuff. Generally got to get a couple people to help push or throw. I used to throw a tow strap on mine and get the next guy that wants to launch his boat, get him to pull me forward just an inch or two so I can get moving. But you'll just sit there in the water and drop the clutch and the disc will spin and the car won't go anywhere. But then when you put this on there, it just drives right out. So that's huge difference. Huge difference. What else is there on there? What did we cover? We covered weight, covered clutch surface, and longevity. So I guess that's the 3 things on there. So there's no downside to a light flywheel on any vehicle. And this stuff that you hear about people talking about having a heavy flywheel keeps you going down the highway and whatnot. Well, you know, there's something there, but you have to pay for that to be up there all the time spinning. And since car engines don't come up to speed and stay there like a piece of industrial equipment, it doesn't really apply to this application, because you're on the throttle up and down. You just want the motor to come up and down as fast as possible, because your RPM is a direct relationship to how fast that wheel's spinning on the ground. So if you want to go 35 and then 45, you just want to go 45 right now. Big heavy flywheel takes a little longer to get there, takes a little more energy, you're a little deeper in the throttle. Once you get there, you back off to probably the same amount of horsepower and stuff. It's just you're burning a little fuel going there. And it's one of the reasons Geos get such terrible gas mileages in town. You know, you can be out on the freeway and be getting 60 or so, and then drop into town and drop down into the 20s and 30s. Got to get everything lightweight, you know. Lighten everything up. And this is the cheapest, fastest way to do it, especially if it's just time for a clutch. I recommend this for everybody without even a question. And it's all about the light flywheel, and at a minimum a bigger clutch disc, just so you can tow something. And if you're not towing anything, you got just use a lighter flywheel. No reason to go to a bigger clutch assembly if you're not gonna haul something, but just to get rid of the weight. And then remember that the bigger clutch assembly, and this is a big bonus, actually weighs less than a stock Geo. I think it's about 10 pounds less than the stock Geo Metro 3-cylinder 5-speed clutch pressure plate flywheel. Everything is lighter on this oversized stuff. So it's a win-win all the way around, and I hope that answers everybody's questions. And when you go in from us, you'll know it because it says just Geo Metro. And I'm not even sure you can see that. The magic of CNCs. And they come, they're balanced, all set to go, ready to bolt on. And we can supply a clutch assembly that works beautiful for them, that we have the pressure plate custom built. Thanks for watching, and hope you're getting good gas mileage.